Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Podcast AI. I'm Brenda, Senior Business Consultant at Match B2B, and today we're diving into a topic that's changing the game for consultants everywhere: how AI can help in finding reputable clients.
And I'm Benny Fluman, CEO of Match B2B, joining Brenda to explore this fascinating intersection of AI and client acquisition. As someone who's worked with hundreds of consultants, I've seen firsthand how finding the right clients can make or break a consulting practice.
Absolutely, Benny, and that's why today's topic is so important. We're looking at practical, actionable ways that independent consultants and small firms can leverage AI tools to find and attract high-quality clients.
Lay it on me, Brenda. Where should consultants start with all this AI technology?
Well, the first game changer is AI-powered lead scoring and client research. One of the biggest challenges for any consultant is knowing which prospects to pursue, right? We all have limited time and resources.
That's the eternal struggle. You can't chase every lead, but how do you know which ones are worth your time?
Exactly. This is where AI is making a huge difference. Modern CRMs and sales platforms now use machine learning to analyze lead data, things like industry, company size, past interactions, and assign a score indicating how likely they are to convert.
So instead of going with your gut or spending hours researching every potential client, AI can quickly tell you, hey, focus on these 5 prospects first.
Precisely. For example, platforms like Apollo.io use AI models to score and prioritize leads based on how well they match your ideal client profile. The system learns from your past successful deals to predict which new leads are worth your focus.
I've actually seen consultants using Apollo. It's pretty impressive how it can pull from both your CRM data and their database of over 200 million contacts to highlight the most promising prospects.
And then there's the research side. AI can drastically cut the time spent researching each prospective client. Tools like Clay act as virtual research assistants, aggregating data from over 100 sources, and even deploying AI agents to visit websites and summarize relevant client information automatically.
Wait, so instead of spending an hour reading through a prospect's entire website or LinkedIn profile, you could have an AI pull key insights in seconds?
Exactly! Clay's AI research agents can pull recent news, hiring trends, technologies used, all the context you need to determine if they're a good fit. Some tools even create custom lead scoring models tailored to your specific criteria.
That's huge for solo consultants or small teams. You're essentially getting the power of a research department without the headcount.
Right. And that brings me to our second point: using AI to filter and prioritize ideal clients across geographies. Independent consultants often have broad potential markets, but limited resources to cover them all.
The classic dilemma of having the world as your oyster, but only 2 hands to open it with.
That's a good way to put it. AI can help by combining large lead databases with advanced filters to zero in on ideal clients, no matter where they are. For instance, Apollo.io's database can be filtered with over 65 granular criteria to build highly targeted prospect lists.
So you might filter for companies in specific regions, then add criteria like fast-growing tech startups with 50 to 200 employees to find a very tailored list of prospects. And I'm guessing the AI might suggest similar companies you might have missed?
Exactly. Some tools learn from your saved search preferences and automatically surface lookalike companies in other geographies that fit your criteria. AI can also help prioritize regions or markets that are most promising based on engagement data and conversion rates.
And what about language barriers when working across borders?
Great question. If reaching across geographies means crossing language barriers, AI translation tools can help localize your approach. You could draft an email in English and have AI turn it into polished Spanish or French, for example. This helps consultants attract clients globally without hiring professional translators for every message.
Makes sense. So now you've got targeted leads that match your ideal client profile. But timing is everything in outreach, right?
That's our third point: sensing client intent and readiness with AI signals. Finding leads is one thing. Knowing when to reach out is another challenge entirely. AI excels at reading digital footprints and alerting you when a prospect may be in market or showing intent relevant to your services.
Like digital body language, AI can pick up on signals that someone's actually ready to buy.
This is true. Certain tools tap into intent data feeds that track web searches, content consumption, and other online behaviors of companies. For example, If Bombora's data shows a company suddenly researching topics related to your consulting offerings, that prospect likely has a current pain point you can solve.
So rather than cold calling blindly, you'd know who recently signaled a need for exactly what you offer. That's powerful.
And it doesn't stop there. AI can watch public sources for trigger events like job changes, new executive hires, funding announcements, or company news. These events often imply a need for consulting. For instance, a new VP of marketing might be looking for a strategic marketing consultant.
Or if a company just got funded, they might need help scaling. It's like having someone constantly monitoring the news for thousands of companies at once.
Right, and some AI-powered tools even reveal which companies are visiting your website and what they're looking at. If a visitor from a target company spends 5 minutes on your services page, that's a warm signal you can act on.
This is starting to sound less like prospecting and more like having conversations with people who already need your help.
That's the whole point. You're approaching clients at the right time with the right context. Instead of interrupting their day, you're offering a solution when they're already looking for one.
So we've covered finding the right leads and knowing when to reach out. I'm guessing the next step is what to say when you do reach out.
You got it. Our fourth strategy is AI-enhanced outreach and personalized messaging. Once you've identified who to reach and when, AI can help craft highly personalized, relevant messages at scale.
Which used to be impossible for a small team or solo consultant.
Exactly. AI writing tools can now produce tailored outreach emails based on minimal input. For example, you can input a few key points about the prospect's industry, your offer, and a personal note, and generate a first draft email that's coherent and engaging.
I've played around with some of these tools. It's not about letting AI write generic messages. It's more like having a writing assistant that helps you sound more natural and compelling, right?
That's it. Dedicated AI email assistants like Lavender take this even further. They analyze the recipient's profile and your message, scoring your email, and coaching you on improvements in real time. For instance, Lavender might prompt you to simplify a sentence, add a question at the end to invite response, or warn if your email is too long.
Or suggest, hey, this person just won an industry award. Maybe mention that.
Precisely. Users report being able to write fully personalized emails in under 5 minutes instead of 15+ minutes manually, with higher reply rates. And AI can help with outreach beyond email too. LinkedIn messages, call scripts, follow-up sequences.
The key is maintaining that personal touch even when you're reaching out to dozens of prospects, right?
Absolutely. AI gives you a head start, but your human insight makes the final message compelling. It's about scale with personalization, using AI to remember details and vary language so each message feels handcrafted, even if you're contacting 50 prospects in a week.
This all sounds like great outbound strategy, but what about attracting clients to you instead of always chasing them?
That's our fifth point. Positioning as a thought leader with AI-assisted content marketing. Establishing yourself as a thought leader via content, blog posts, articles, white papers, podcasts, webinars, can generate inbound leads who already trust your expertise.
And creating all that content takes a ton of time that most consultants don't have.
Exactly why AI is such a game changer here. It can help brainstorm topics, provide outlines, and even draft content. For example, you could ask ChatGPT to suggest 10 pressing challenges in your industry in 2025, giving you a ready list of ideas that potential clients care about.
So the AI isn't replacing your expertise, it's just making it easier to share that expertise through content.
Right. You provide the insights and arguments, and the AI helps you express them clearly and consistently. This lowers the barrier to publishing content regularly, which is crucial for building a following.
And podcasts are particularly powerful for consultants, aren't they? It's so much more personal to hear someone's voice and perspective.
Absolutely. Podcasts build a personal connection with an audience, and AI tools are making podcasting much easier. Descript, for example, allows you to record an episode and then edit it simply by editing the transcript text. It automatically transcribes your speech, and you can cut out filler words with a click.
That's actually how we produce Podcast AI. Your podcast becomes your global business card, created by Podcast AI from the knowledge you already have. No need to be a technical wizard.
Exactly. And once you've created that podcast, AI can help you repurpose it across platforms. Which brings us to our sixth strategy, driving inbound leads with podcast AI and content repurposing tools.
This is my favorite part, getting more mileage out of everything you create.
The ROI on content creation skyrockets when you can turn one piece into many. Tools like Capsho can generate episode titles, show notes, full blog articles, social media captions, and even marketing emails from one podcast episode.
So after recording a 20-minute discussion, you could get a 1,000-word blog post summarizing the key insights ready to publish on your site, plus email newsletter content, social media posts.
And don't forget video clips. If you record your podcast on video, AI tools can identify the most engaging segments and create short video clips with captions, formatted for Instagram, TikTok, or LinkedIn.
Those short clips are huge for reach. A great one-liner from your podcast, shown as a captioned video snippet, can catch attention on social feeds and drive people to the full episode or your website.
Exactly. With minimal manual effort, a single 30-minute podcast episode becomes audio on Spotify, Apple, a video on YouTube, a blog post on your site, several short video clips for social media, an email newsletter, and graphic quote images for quick updates.
And the leads that come through these channels are pre-qualified because they've consumed your insights and are already convinced of your expertise.
That's the beauty of it. By the time they fill out your contact form, they trust you. The sales process is already halfway won.
So to put all this together, AI helps consultants systematically find promising clients through lead scoring and intent signals, reach out with personalized messages at the right time, and attract clients through consistent thought leadership content that would otherwise be too time-intensive to create.
That's exactly it. The key is to use AI as your force multiplier. Let machines crunch data and draft content while you provide direction, expertise, and the personal touch. By combining your niche knowledge with AI's speed and scale, you can build a strong pipeline of reputable clients.
And establish yourself as a forward-thinking, trusted advisor in your field. I love how practical these strategies are. These aren't futuristic concepts, but tools consultants can implement right now.
Absolutely. On the market right now, there are many accessible AI solutions to implement these strategies. The options include lead intelligence platforms like Apollo.io and Clay for prospecting and scoring, sales email assistants like Lavender for personalized outreach, content generators for writing and repurposing text, and podcast tools like Descript for production and multi-channel distribution.
And of course, Podcast AI from MatchB2B for transforming your knowledge into professional podcast episodes that build trust and authority.
Exactly. By leveraging the right combination of these tools, even a small consulting practice can reliably find and attract high-quality clients in today's AI-driven business landscape.
This has been fascinating, Brenda. I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about. And hopefully, some practical next steps for using AI in their client acquisition strategy.
I hope so too, Benny. And for listeners who want to learn more about how Podcast AI can help position you as a thought leader in your field, you can reach out to us at MatchB2B. Benny and his team have helped hundreds of consultants leverage AI to grow their businesses.
Thanks for that, Brenda. And thanks to all our listeners for tuning in to another episode of Podcast AI. Until next time, keep innovating and connecting.